Z Fold 7 is all out, and this is the time to compare it with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. By the way, if you are forgetting Z Fold 7, you can reserve Z Fold 7 now and get $50 Samsung credit and up to $1,150 in savings. Link is in the description to reserve your next Galaxy Foldable. Samsung made some massive changes with the Z Fold 7. The hands-on look and even the unboxing pictures are out for the Z Fold 7, confirming every change we can see from a Z Fold 6. Now looking at the both phones at first, the major difference is the thickness of a phone. This thing is extremely thin. Seeing the Z Fold 7 and Z Fold 6 makes a huge difference or generational gap, not just a single year. The USB-C port on Z Fold 7 is as thin as the phone itself, which means this is probably one of the slimmest foldable phone we can see in 2025. Another thing, when he compared S25 Ultra and a Z Fold 7, Fold 7 is ever so slightly thicker compared to the S25 Ultra, and a Fold 7 is rated at 8.9mm, and when unfolded, Z Fold 7 is among the slimmest foldable phone at 4.2mm, matching the exact same thickness as the Apple Find N5, which was one of the thinnest foldable phone, as Honor just passed this number, although the weight of the phone is just impressive, much lighter compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. At just 215 grams, even lighter compared to the S25 Ultra, which is at 218 grams. Now looking at the thicker camera bump, one main reason the phone is actually too thin, and second, the updated sensor, which we're gonna talk later in this video. Also, looking at the cover display for Z Fold 7 and Z Fold 6, Fold 7 is not only wider but looks much bigger compared to the Z Fold 6. More like a normal phone, although the hinge doesn't seem that different, but Z Fold 6 was already reduced. Same goes for the inner display. Z Fold 7 is much bigger compared to the Z Fold 6. The display size of both phones is also a major talking point. People are still confused about the 8.2 inches. No, Z Fold 7 will gonna feature 8 inches inner display, bigger compared to the Z Fold 6 7.6 inches. Significant display size difference between two phones. By the way, if you are forgetting Z Fold 7, you can reserve Z Fold 7 now and get $50 Samsung credit and up to $1,150 in savings. Link is in the description to reserve your next Galaxy Foldable. Now the inner display for Z Fold 7 is bigger for sure, but you're going to miss one of the big thing on the Z Fold 7. Yes, Fold 6 under display camera. Samsung just removed the under display camera on the Z Fold 7, even though they use the same sensor as the Z Fold 6 and would probably give us the same results as before, but surely this feature would be missed by a bunch of people. Before talking about the cameras and S Pen, let's make things clear with the pricing of the Z Fold 7 and a Fold 6. Samsung launched Z Fold 6 at $1,899, but the Z Fold 7 was under pressure for a couple of reasons with the pricing, but there's a good news. Samsung will going to stick with the same price as last year, $1,899 in most of the markets, and pairing up with the amazing pre-orders and double storage options from Samsung, you are ready to get some big perks with the Z Fold 7. Now we hope Samsung may go with the better durability for the Z Fold 7. Overall, for inner structure, yes, they added the titanium to make it even stronger, but they left the IP rating. Last year, we got IP48 on Z Fold 6, where it was waterproof but just a small over 1mm dust particle protection. Now they are doing the same thing with the Z Fold 7, although rumors suggest Pixel 10 Pro Fold will going to get the IP68 for water and dust resistance, which is a major breakthrough for the foldable market. Now let's talk about the S Pen news we have so far about the Z Fold 7, although recently some sources suggest no S Pen support. Samsung is making a fold, but the S Pen support was in question, and I made a video yesterday talking about the S Pen support. And the source just deleted his tweet and come up with the new information, and seems like everything is confused. According to the source, correction. I don't know English and I mistakenly assumed the source said Galaxy Z Fold 7 S Pen doesn't have battery, but it does have a battery and I mistakenly wrote it wrong in my post. It's not a source fault, it's my fault because my source doesn't know Chinese. And now my source messaged me that I wrote wrong on the post, so that's why I deleted it now and give you accurate information now. Now, do you guys know what he wrote last time? According to him last time, confirmed, Galaxy Z Fold 7 S Pen cases are similar to the Galaxy Z Fold 6 S Pen cases. You can easily take the S Pen out with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's lightweight and doesn't need to be charged because it doesn't have any battery inside. Now it makes sense, there's a battery in it, but there is no way to match the same thickness as the Z Fold 6 S Pen case. And how can you charge your S Pen for the Z Fold 7? And if it has a battery, can we use a Bluetooth features in it? There's nothing confirmed. The big question is, how can we charge that? there's no way to put the S Pen inside the Z Fold 7, and I don't believe Z Fold 7 has a case which does have a capability to charge your S Pen. Now let's see the flip side. My internal source initially stated there is no S Pen support, but he reiterated today and confirmed you can use Z Fold 6 S Pen on Z Fold 7. Fun fact, he actually hands on the device himself and he is extremely happy with the design of a Z Fold 7. Now let's look at the camera difference and the battery life and the charging speed difference of a Z Fold 7. The cameras are the main area for this year's foldable phone. An ultra camera is coming. Earlier this year, we were talking about how Galaxy Z Fold 7 will closer to Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, not only in design but also the features of Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. And the key highlight of Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition was its cameras. Samsung finally switched to 200 megapixel main sensor. This means we are getting the same cameras on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Yes, it is now confirmed. According to Galaxy Club, Galaxy Z Fold 7 will be featuring the 200 megapixel main sensor, the same sensor Samsung is using on the S25 Ultra, and finally, Z Fold 7 and S25 Ultra is on the same page with the similar main cameras. Although Z Fold 7 will only get this update. We are going to see the same 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor. A decent setup but not groundbreaking compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Also, rumors around under-display camera are here, where Samsung is also improving the under-display camera. There is no confirmation if Samsung were going to update from 4 megapixel to let's say 10 megapixel, but the improvements are coming. Honestly, the UDC on Z Fold 6 is kinda useful only with video calls and extremely gimmick for selfies. Samsung is trying to compete with other foldables, but there is only one way they want to prove the point. The thickness of a phone, and that's the reason they are ignoring one of the key features on Galaxy Z Fold 7, and I'm talking about the battery size and the charging speed. Recently, Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 passed through China's 3C website, confirming the charging speed of a Z Fold 7. And guess what? Both phones were going to feature a 25 watt of fast chargers. Even Galaxy A56 came with a 45 watt of fast charger. But it is the fact that if there is no battery update, then why would they need to update the charging speed? Initially, we expected Samsung may give us a bigger battery because Galaxy Z Flip 7, the counterpart, is getting a much bigger battery. But it seems like Samsung is stubborn and not going to change the battery on the Z Fold 7. Yes, we are going to see a same 4400 mAh battery. This way, Z Fold 7 will be far from its competitor as Oppo Find N5 gave us a whopping 5600 mAh battery. Samsung is playing with the software optimization to give us a better battery life, but it is double-edged sword. If they didn't achieve this, we end up getting a bad battery life on Z Fold 7. On this note, if you're still here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.